We're
Just do it.
okay. We're back, sort of, but Singion's deciding to do things again. Can you hear us okay? Can everybody hear us okay, apart from J-Mac, who's got a Mac and nothing's going to work right? He's not speaking. He's just being a cunt. Massive cunt. Swear to fucking God. Right. So, questions. Let's answer some questions. Right, we'll go through the questions that are already here, and then you guys can ask us some questions. So, easy ones first. J-Mac wants to know how long...
Is that an easy one?
How long we've been friends? Well, I don't know, because it depends how long we've known each other or how long we've been friends.
Friends about 4 or 5 days maybe in total.
Yeah, but we've known each other for, what, 14 years? 1999.
3 years.
2013. 14 years. Yeah, we've known each other for 14 years. So that's that question. Pick up.
Don't look at me. We're not friends, he just beats me. Oh, I didn't bring my things up and back with the
Okay.
Did you get me neither?
No.
Favourite
and least favourite thing about running our own server?
J-Mac.
Yeah, least favourite thing, J-Mac.
We love you, don't get mad. There are some days where some people just really like we know the server's had lag problems in the past, but there's been days where everything's running on and someone logs out saying, "Oh my fucking God, I'm lagging, and you get messages and you're like, I can't give you a new computer, you prick.
Yeah, I mean, we're running on the same internet connection. We're hosting the server externally, so we're connecting via the internet as well. And so if we're not lagging, that means the server is fine. Because if we're not getting lag, and we're connecting via the internet just like the rest of you, it's like, what do you want us to do? The internet is working fine, it's your internet, there's nothing, we can't fix your internet for you. And it's like, people like asking the most stupid of stupid questions.
Or, the big one, you make a spawn area, and you make it as retard friendly as possible. You put a sign that points to the door. You put another sign that points to the door. You put a sign that points to that one, and you put a teleporter that goes to the door. How do I get out of the spawn?
Yeah.
Where do I go?
How do I get out of it? Tell me now!
Where do I build?
Know.
Give me God mode! It's like, no. Go elsewhere. This is not for you.
Yeah, just leave. If you can't find the exit, then you don't want to be here.
It's just not the server you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want retards on the server, really, so if people are joining and they don't know how to get out of spawn, then clearly they're in the wrong place.
I've been up with Risky as a mod.
And when people who join ask to be a mod, yeah, people that join and go, "Can I be an op, please?" And you're like, "No," and like, "But why?" Like, "Well, why should you be a mod?"
Fire 3 reasons at me right now. I am mega awesome, I know TechIt well. Okay, how do you know TechIt?
I have been admin on all of the servers, honestly. Yeah, but good things. We can make the server exactly how we want it to be when we play it.
That is pretty much how we started all the servers.
Yeah,
we think, what do we want to play, build it, and then people seem to like what we like.
Yeah, originally starting up Crashcraft the first time, it was it wasn't meant for like the wider public. It was just meant to be for a few people, just to sort of play around, and it was mainly just for me to mess around with plugins and stuff like that.
Well, it's 'cause, like, you've done a few servers in the past, but our first servers were just me
when
playing.
when us two first decided to full on go for it, I think you did it at first, didn't you, on your computer? When it was just us.
Yeah, I hosted it for mine, and sometimes we had a couple of other friends join us. Like
the first time I ever played Minecraft was with you, wasn't it? It was 1.5 beta.
I'd had it a while longer than you, but yeah, it was still beta, and we just played random little worlds, the fortress mountain base, and all that shit.
This one's freaking me out. I need to... There you go. A bit blurry. That's better. I look better when I'm blurry. You're having fun there.
I'm in 3D. Okay.
Yeah, so it's good to be able to have this. Yeah, it's good to have a server that is how we want it to be. Like, we wanted a challenging server to play on, so we made a challenging server, and like, some people like that, some people don't, but at the end of the day, the server
You will embrace Greg Tech.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the server is how we want it to be for us to play, and if you're not wanting to play on it, then it's like, go find somewhere else. There's plenty of servers, and we're here for a specific thing. We want a challenging
servers, no matter what, will always have a lifespan.
Yeah.
So if you can make things harder to get and a bigger achievement, it makes everything more worthwhile.
Yeah, like for example the Tekkit server, when we were doing that, you all knew that it was sort of standing on its last legs. I mean, it could have kept going, but
it could have kept going
so many people at endgame.
Yeah, we could have kept it going a long time, but a lot of people, hit everything, done everything, been everywhere. We could have carried on with new people, but I didn't really want that. We wanted the people
we want
we
to
knew.
keep the current community. We don't want to like say, right, screw you guys, you're all at the end of the game, you just leave, we'll get some new people now. We were like, we want to keep the guys we've got because we like them. So we'll start again, give everyone... Yeah, we sort of like you.
It's 50-50.
Oh, things are happening. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've got a screen shut down thing. I'll sort that out now. Not sure if that's it.
Just every now and again move the mouse, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll just start to wiggle.
Constant overload.
Yeah. So the main thing about having a server is, it's how we want it to be. We can have all the plugins that we want. We can scrap everything that we don't want. Also, we can play around with the files and stuff. So it's sort of like, oh, should we tweak this, see what happens? Should we tweak that, see what happens? And it's like, it's just nice. It's a nice, like, it's almost like a project really. You just sort of keep adding to it and making it better.
There are days though when it's like coming from work, log on, people asking you to do things like,
really, I don't know.
I just sat down. I'm trying to have my dinner. Fuck off.
Yeah, you log on and it's like, you just arrive and you're like, right, I'm going to play a bit of Minecraft before I go and have my dinner, and then I'll come and I'll sort out some issues. But straight away it's like, hey guys, can you do this? I've got a question, and then you've got like, yeah, most of you don't see half of it. You get like a million like little questions popping up in the private chat, just like loads of stuff popping up, and then you got, there's just all sorts of crap, and you got tickets to solve everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, pros outweigh cons. It's awesome having our own server. People of it.
It's all about the money. We just buy things with the donations. It's literally just gone. I mean, we got fur coats the other week. We've been making like homeless people fight.
Yeah, then there's your floating chair, like you mentioned the other night.
We've been living the big life.
Yeah, hover chairs. That's good.
Half
wing. I have half a wing. I can fly, sort of.
You tried your arm on the chair. Half, where's Naya?
Hello. How are you? Yeah. So you've missed the beginning half.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, we'll sum it up. Everyone hates JMac. Server's awesome to run. We spend all your donation money on stuff we want.
Homeless people fighting.
Yeah, homeless people. Yeah, we pay homeless people to fight each other.
You should see the basement. It's just blood everywhere.
It's all over the walls.
It's horrendous.
Yeah.
You think we'd record that?
Well, I don't know about you. I've been keeping my own sort of private thing. Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, next question. Okay, so that sort of summed up favourite things about server. What's this question? What are you imagining to put in? How many games does each of you have on Steam?
Which one is this?
This is Salo. Yeah.
How big did you think the server would get?
How big?
The original vanilla one
We knew it was only going to be small. We never expected that to be.
Yeah, it was more just doing it, whereas the Tekkit one, we kind of... Most Tekkit servers suck.
Yeah,
As in, I'm sure there's good ones out there, but it's literally hosted, go for it. Like, when we were doing research, we logged onto a lot of servers. Most of them had nothing protected. There was all the exploits were still active.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of good Tekkit servers out now, but back then, when we first started, like, what was it, 9 months ago, 10 months ago now, when we first started the Tekkit server, there were no servers with all those plugins. We were like one of the first to have everything. We had like full-on protections right from the beginning, and there was no one really that could compete with the level of customization that the players had. But then, obviously, over time, servers caught up.
As part of that, to fully protect it, equivalent exchange had to be gone, but that was also part of the making things difficult, so it was good for us. But it's amazing how many people really rage at that. Like, they log on and go, what, no condensers, and they'll never log off. They will never just leave. They have to tell you what they think of your mothers.
I want you to sculpt your server around me because I can't be bothered to find one that suits my needs.
But yeah, we expected the Tekkit server to become decent, not to the level it did.
Yeah, at one point it got really good. It got to, like, we were maxed out all the time, and then it sort of faded away again. But yeah, that went well. And then
the CTB server, we actually planned to keep it small.
Yeah, we wanted to downsize slightly from the second one.
We wanted it
to
to
keep the community ready.
Like the beta, we literally had it was mostly all the common people and all the donators and all the people who play quite a lot with us, and we were going to keep it that way because it's easy to run, it's nicer to play, and it's friendlier. But new people joining, we're not sort of
not pushing the advertisements. I mean, it's nice to have the votes to sort of, you know, to show the server is growing, and it's like it is increasing.
It's just nice to see your work getting up there on the list, you know.
Yeah, it's nice to see that the work's appreciated, really. But yeah, we never imagined the server to get massive, which it isn't now. It's not really big. It's just sort of, you know, it is up there.
It's a nice level, I think.
Yeah, we're in the 20s.
Because we've
top FTB servers.
Whenever we've made the survey, the vanilla Tekkit FTB, whenever we've gone to make a server, we've always logged on to like the top sort of 10 servers, and we've spent a couple of hours on them all, looked at everything. The top couple servers are about 100, 200, 300 people. Most of them log onto the server because there's 300 people online. They don't stay, they'll leave, but then someone else joins because there's a couple hundred people online. Everyone stood at spawn like the best armor.
It's a constant cycle of new people joining. There's no like long-term players.
Yeah, there's nothing keeping you there. You just join because it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like, look how many people are online, and then you join, and then it's like, well, this is crap, and then you leave, and then someone else joins because there's so many people online, and then it's just a constant cycle of loads of people leaving and joining.
I think at the minute we're set to about 50 people. I liked it about 20, 30, because like when we were in beta, everybody who was logged online at any one time was all talking to each other.
Yeah, we want everyone to know each other. We don't want like the random people that doesn't communicate with anyone. We want people that, you know, actually interact with each other. We want it the whole, when you want something, you don't just think you have to go off on your own. You can like go, has anyone got this? And everyone's like, oh yeah, well, let's do a trade, that sort of thing. But yeah, we never imagined the server to get to massive stages. We don't want it to become one of those huge servers where it's just full of hundreds of people that nobody knows each other. We don't want that.
Yes, J-Mac, yes.
Yeah, dedicated cunt. I mean,
let's put it this way. J-Mac is the only person, and he's done this twice, who has bought a donator rank before we'd finished it. There was a name, there was a title, there was no perks, there was nothing behind it, there was a title. Instantly, we saw an email, J-Mac has bought such and such, and then he messages. So what does this do?
Nothing. It's not out yet, my god, wait!
But the donator ranks is what's pretty much kept the server going.
Yeah. We couldn't be going without the donations.
We originally launched with no donations. We've seen servers that are sort of pesty for donations. We didn't like it. We were going with people wanted too short, but then people kept asking us to give donation stuff, so we made a couple of ranks, so maybe every now and again people will do it. And we had loads, and it's like we bought the things for our computers to be able to host the server on here, and that kept it going for like the 9 months, whatever it was. And then when everything's working at peak efficiency, what we've got in this house can host multiple servers at once, no problems. But lately, the internet here has just been completely unreliable, and instead of sort of, like, the couple of days it was really bad, we lost a lot of players. So we thought, right, we saved up enough donation money because we were considering either getting we looked at getting a business internet line, but
That was ridiculous.
that sucks in the UK. They don't really do that. So
Yeah.
we looked at this company, and Jamie found a good company and was speaking to them, and they've been really good.
Yeah, I spoke to him over the course of a few days, just making sure that they had everything that we needed.
Hello, Mascot.
Hello, Mr. Mouse.
Okay.
Good day, sir. Oh.
I live with you.
Yeah, he lives with me every day. We share a bed. Oh my god. I'm Nif.
Singion, not Singion.
Singion! Hello Singion, how are you doing today?
Wait. Hang on, that might be a question I won't answer now.
I don't know which way is left or right.
I was going to say how you got your name, but
I get my name.
we'll go. I think it's a question later.
Yeah, it is a question later on. So we've done that one. What are you imagining to put in?
Into where?
Into the server, I think.
That could have gone so many ways.
Yeah, I mean, what the question is.
So during this live
what are you
what would we be
imagining
placing
to
inside
put
each
in?
other?
Yes, what would you like inside you during this during the stream? Oh God, no. Yeah. So there's.
We once got accused of not being professional on our server.
We're not professional. We never claimed to be professional. But yeah. That's that question anyway. How many games does each of you have on Steam?
Give me 2 seconds and I will count.
I'm gonna count mine now. If I open up Steam, you guys won't be able to see it.
Does it tell you anywhere?
Yeah.
All games. Okay.
All games. I have 102 games.
I have 131.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So we've got lots of games. Plenty of games
I've
out there.
probably played about 10 of them.
Yeah. We're not. What happens is you buy them when they're on the deals during like the
It's
summer.
called Wallet Reap, or
Yeah.
Steam calls it the summer sale and the Christmas sale.
Yeah.
But it's basically open your wallet and take it like a bitch.
Yeah.
I think I finished some. A lot of them are games that I've played in the past, and I like to buy just so I have it. I like owning things that I know either I've really enjoyed or I'd like to make more of, or I intend to go back to.
Yeah, it's basically supporting the developers. If you want to get more stuff from a certain developer, the only way you can do that is by buying their shit, and then they'll make more.
It's like a lot of games I own, like Dead Island. I pirated that, played most of it, and still bought it afterwards.
Yeah.
Wasn't that cheap, really. We paid like quite a bit for it still. Favourite games on Steam? At the minute...
Half-Life will always be one of mine.
Yeah, I mean...
Half-Life 2 anyway.
At the minute I'm playing a lot of FTL. But I've enjoyed the XCOM. Fallout. I've not played that lately, but they're one of my favourites.
Portal
Skyrim.
2.
Portal 2.
That's my favourite game of all time.
God, I can't remember that looking at my actual Steam list.
Yeah, there's too many games really to choose from.
Yeah.
But I mean, the few that stick out in my mind are Portal 2,
Borderlands
Dead
2.
Island. Yeah, Borderlands 2. We got a lot of playtime out of Borderlands 2. That was an awesome game.
And Aliens Colonial Marines. It had its flaws, but we really enjoyed the multiplayer.
Yeah, it was a good game. The campaign, not so great. But the multiplayer was awesome. Loved the multiplayer.
After a couple of patches, it's spot on.
Yeah, it's perfect now. I mean, they've patched it enough, I think, for it to be a decent game.
Yeah.
Yeah, next question anyway.
How did you-
We'll answer live questions after we finish scrolling through the list here.
Yeah.
Just so we don't get mixed up. So we'll let you know when we're taking live questions. You can sort of, add sub questions to the current questions, but don't ask any brand new spanking questions. Gentlemen. How did both of you lose your medical license? Well, I don't think I ever had a medical license, but...
They frown upon brain transplants in an ambulance using a fire extinguisher, surprisingly. I thought it was an efficient method of removing the brain. Still not sure whether cutting the brain stem and just slapping another one in works, but Halfwing's still alive, and he was my first...
Was he classed as alive in the first place?
Is it would you call him a patient or a victim?
let you guys think on that one. How long have you been doing Certus? It's sort of a similar question.
Next.
First experience like playing Minecraft, how long you play vanilla style?
Well,
You started way in alpha, didn't you?
when I first got Minecraft, it was between university years. So I was back at my mum's house for a couple of months, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. 2 people on Skype who play League of Legends with were telling me about Minecraft. So I downloaded the game, bought the game, downloaded it, installed it, playing it single player, because multiplayer didn't exist back then. And they were actually like talking to me about it, and they were like, "Oh, is it getting night time?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, just wait," and it starts getting night. He's like, "Right, it's getting night, what to do?" He's like, "Punch the wall." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Punch the wall." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Hide." I was like, "Why?" And suddenly there's shit everywhere, there's monsters, there's creepers, everything went to shit. Built myself a nice little house, and then one day I sort of in my chest, turned around, there's a creeper at the door. So I sort of walked over to it and I looked at it and went, I was on the other side of the wall, it killed my house, took out everything. I still have that single player world. It is from one of the earliest versions of Minecraft where it was 1 biome per world, the entire world. I have since converted it from vanilla to Tekkit and from Tekkit to FTB. So I might let you see that at some point.
Yeah, an alpha world that's now FTB. Yeah.
It's from when Ender portals didn't even exist.
Nether portals didn't
Nether portals got added a couple of months after a long time after I got the world, and they don't work. They're really flawed unless you actually create a new world with it now. An existing world doesn't have it. God, what? There was hardly anything back then. It was a plain game.
I remember when you first showed me Minecraft, and I joined. There was multiplayer, but the mobs couldn't interact with you. I don't think in the multiplayer, and the Nether had literally just been added, and that was 1.5, wasn't it? Beta, and that's what started this whole spiral.
Yeah, we just used to make we'd make like a world just for us two to mess about on. We spent ages building, like we built a base built into a mountain that was hanging over a cliff and all that.
And that was the giant waterfall.
We moved to Tekkit pretty quick, really, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we got bored of vanilla fairly quickly because it was like you're really limited on what you can do with it, aren't you? I mean, you build a nice house and it's like, ooh, but what does it do? It doesn't do anything. You want to build something that actually has a purpose. Here's my mouse. There we go.
Yeah, and when we moved to Tekkit, we literally would make a world. I'd host a world for just us two. We'd play it for like a couple of days, maybe a week or two, and we had MCMO installed. And then what we'd do is we'd make a new world and keep the MCMO levels as if we'd moved on. And we did this for ages. We just used to like to make it. We liked the whole fresh start thing. Yeah. And we'd always try to do things differently, like different methods of power generation and.
Yeah, I'd like to try something different every single time, a different way of starting, see whether it works, see if it's like you can improve on the way you did it last time. But yeah, we've been playing Minecraft for a long time now.
No, I can't go back to vanilla now. I find it too dull. You'd need heavy amounts of plugins, but I'm like,
I mean,
there's no
before we considered Tekkit, we attempted plugins that sort of, helped create the feeling that.
Yeah, we had on the vanilla server before the Tekkit server, we had a plugin for like a lava furnace. So you put blocks together and it makes a thunderbolt, and it works really well. And I don't understand, people didn't use this plugin, but it was really good, and it sort of added extra things to the game without having to download anything.
Fill a chest full of ores, it would automatically filter through the furnace and into the chest to be processed, and it was in vanilla, but it was almost like it was a machine.
But yeah, there's only so much you could bolt onto vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, without being able to add new blocks, it was really limited. You could only use the current blocks and sort of put them together in a certain way to make it do something. I mean, it's getting there now with all the hoppers and stuff, and you can like move things around with like.
But they're things that's come from Tekkit and FTB.
Yeah, they've taken the ideas and they've thought, like, let's throw it into vanilla.
If like those mod packs never became big, those probably would have never got put in vanilla. So it's good that these happened.
Yeah. So what's the worst thing you've ever done to each other, and what's the best joke you've ever pulled on each other? I don't really pull jokes.
We usually do things with other people.
Yeah, we do things to other people.
We bought a pack of like 24 eggs once and just like
destroyed someone's house.
Yeah. We've poured crap over people and.
Oh, that was disgusting. Are you talking about
Carrying?
Yeah. There's this girl in school, and Singion didn't know this at the time, but she had a mega big crush on him.
Right. I didn't know it was a mega.
It was a big one, and but none of us liked her, and we just why did we pick her? Was it just she?
I said it as a joke, and
yeah, it just spiraled out of control. It was like a joke, and it was like, should we just like pelt her one day after school? So we got bottles of all sorts of
we had
crap.
bags of flour, bottles of like sauce, just all sorts. It was.
Yeah, it was bad anyway. We got reported, and we were getting threatened to get kicked out of school, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared, didn't it? And nothing happened, no punishment whatsoever.
Totally coincidental. Wasn't your mum friends with the head of year's wife or something?
Oh, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
completely coincidental, not like
It's
threatened
like,
to
let's just
stab
brush
her.
this one under the rug, it's fine.
I don't think they've done anything to each other.
Right.
There's been nothing to each
Yeah,
other.
we don't really do things to each other. There was that time you kicked me in the face, but that wasn't a joke. He was serious and
What was
kicked
that?
me in the face. It was a year 11 retreat.
Yeah.
And you came in the room and you booted me flat in the face, and I was like, what the fuck?
Was it you or Mark? Someone bought a porn magazine. I started reading out one of the stories, read it out so everyone could hear it. Someone got really embarrassed. What was it?
I don't know. It might have been Brendan. He's like, you know. Yeah. Anyway, let's not bring other people into this. What's your most embarrassing moment? Embarrassing moment whenever I don't really get embarrassed, to be fair. I just sort of laugh things off.
Having to stand in front of a class in college or at school.
Oh well, when I was in the Marines, there's this thing called a joining room, and they basically make you. You what? What did you say?
Nothing.
What the fuck did you say?
Oh, look at me, I was in the Marines.
No, but it's not about that. It's about the joining room.
I know.
Yeah, this is a joining room, and basically to sort of prove that you are one of the lads, you've got to
Lasers.
laser beams. You have to prove that you're one of the guys. You have to sort of drink all these random drinks. You mix them all together, and you're like eating cat food and like the most like loads of disgusting crap, and you're like running around and they're shooting you with like paintball guns and BB guns. I mean, I've got scars on my arm somewhere, little tiny dots from being shot with paintballs. BB guns. But yeah, that was pretty embarrassing, because like you've got to wear like skimpy clothes to sort of like make you stand out, so they all know like that's the guy that you're all shooting. So yeah, that was a bit horrific and embarrassing. But yeah, I've not really done anything stupid because I've been drunk, apart from that time that you had to drag me home.
Partly drag, part over shoulder.
Yeah, you have to drag me home, but yeah, that's that.
There was a time where didn't you lose your shirt?
Oh yeah, I lost my shirt. I went to some club, what was it? Tokyo's, yeah. And for some reason, some girls surrounded me and decided to take my shirt. And then I'm stood there with no shirt. And then I start getting kicked out because I'm not wearing a shirt. And it's like, it's not my fault. Some girls just stole my shirt. There's nothing I can do about it. And then, yeah. But Singion was nice enough to lend me his spare shirt, and I got back in.
The guy at the door I'd spoke to a few times, and I sort of knew him enough to get one favour, and that was to get you back in. Could have been used for something useful. No. Good guy Nick. I gave him my shirt.
He gave me the shirt. Are you getting us mixed up here?
I'm just gonna go ban mouse a lot. I'll be 2 seconds.
You doesn't play on the server anyway.
Oh, I'll ban him anyway, just in case. One day.
Okay, an IRS agent, a bill collector hanging off a cliff. You will owe a large sum of money on your taxes and are being audited by the IRS agent. You are also behind on your credit card payments. Do you A, save the IRS agent, B, save the bill collector, C, save both, D, have lunch?
I take all their money and I kick them. Kick them hard.
I don't think I'd kick them. I think I'd just sort of leave them, and any time they try to attempt to crawl up, I'd just poke them a little bit, so they they think they might be able to save themselves.
I would be sat there. Why am I on a cliff with an IRS agent and a bill collector?
It'd be a pretty bizarre scenario to be in. To be fair,
sounds like a really bad Jean-Claude Van Damme movie or something.
Where did usernames come from?
Yours was the fact we spelt
Nicholas. Right?
Yes. Star Wars Old Republic 2. There's a main bad guy called Nihilus, and I think ages after playing the game, or I don't know, we needed to make him a name for his Xbox account.
Yeah.
So I think Nihilus was taken, so we went with Nihilus was taken.
Nihilus was taken, so then I got Nihilus, and then I forgot the password for that, and then I've made another one called Nithless, and that's what I'm using now. So nothing exciting, just sort of, needed a name, got a name. Simple as.
I've had quite a few game names actually. The two that I've used longest is Singion, which I use at the moment, and before that, in a game called Legend of Myth, I got given an account which was called New Blood. I went with that name for a while just because people knew who it was. But that name was, it was an account given to me by a guy. He played in America and I played in UK time, so we both just played the same account. So when he left the game, I carried on with that name. Then I used to do, I was a games master for Legend of Myth service for quite a while, similar to this. And my admin was called New Blood, and my normal character was called Singion because no one knew them. So I could play on Singion and no one knew who I was. And then I ended up running with that name for all the games, but Singion comes from my dad used to run an Unreal tournament clan called Singion. And after they sort of gave up on games, I just used the name because I liked it.
Yeah, and that's the origin story of...
Who's your favourite server mod with the rank Sheriff?
Sheep. Yeah, Sheep.
Sheep's Scottish. His voice is just...
Yeah, he's from America.
Sheep?
No. Yeah. So Overlord is the only American sheriff. So he's not really left us any choice on that.
I see, it's one of those questions.
Yeah.
We could just change his rank. Then he doesn't really...
Change him to a...
But we can try the new experimental rank, douchebag.
Yes. Hello, X-Bag.
Well, we did promise J-Mac that first.
Oh yeah, J-Mac wants the new rank, doesn't he? Right, that's that question done.
I was waiting for that, J-Mac.
When you first made the server, did you ever think it would become this big, and what you...
That's kind of an answer earlier, isn't it?
Yeah, we already answered that question earlier. You can sort of go back to the beginning when when it's not live anymore.
We haven't been saying who's been asking these questions. Next question is by JMac1551. Let's come to one of the are we going to go to PAX East? Well, it costs an incredible amount of money to get to America.
If you want to pay for it,
We ideally do want to try and go to Minecon this year whenever they announce it.
They want to go to Minecon.
So, I mean, we'd only be able to afford, and probably might not even be able to afford this, but we could afford possibly one at a push. And I'm sure PAX is meant to be amazing, but I think PAX is something we could probably do at another point in life, whereas Minecon might not be around.
It's only going to last so long. Minecraft will eventually be replaced by something.
Yeah, and I think whilst Minecraft's still one of the biggest sort of games at the minute, I think that will be something to go to.
I think it's still got quite a long life. I mean, they've not even released the API yet. I mean, once the API comes out, it's going to be limitless possibilities what you can do with Minecraft. You have to do whatever the hell we want to with it.
But Minecon we could only do sort of in the next couple of years. PAX you can probably do later in life, so that would be the better one. But they want to do it in America. Refresh your page with questions. Come on, guys.
You're asking more questions on there. You can do them live after we've done these ones.
They can see the...
what are your thoughts on 222 craft? I don't really have any thoughts.
Shall I weigh in on this one? Nah.
Scroll that back up there again. Sorry.
Well, do you want to give any of your thoughts, or shall I go first?
Well, I enjoyed 2-2 Craft. I mean, I loved it as it, but it's a vanilla.
Hang on, wait. 2-2 Craft the person or 2-2 Craft the server? I think there's got to be a key defining point there.
The server is fine. I like the server. It's really fun to play. Well, was. I'm just bored of vanilla now. I'm not saying the server's not good now, but it's vanilla, and I find vanilla really boring. Regardless of how many plugins or events you put on, I mean, there's only so much you can do. I think I'm still banned. I don't know. I've not checked. I mean, I speak to KD now and then. He's not got any issues with me. It's just 2-2 himself. He's got some jealousy issues, I think, with me not running his server for him anymore. He just like, I was running his server, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not gaining anything out of this. I'm just gonna go make my own server where I can do what I want with it. I'm not limited to what he wants to do.
You were doing all the work and getting all of it.
I was doing all the work, but he was getting all the benefits from it. He was like, everyone was like, oh, 2-2 Craft runs the server, oh my god, he's amazing. And it's like, actually, I run the server. I'm the one that's done it all from the beginning. I pretty much created 2-2 Craft. No, not created it, but like it got to a point, and then I did all the updates. I decided where it was heading. I added all like loads of features, made loads of it work, and then it was like, you know what? I'm better than what is here. I can do more than this. And then I went off and
the only original things I didn't like about it was people who were joining on the server we did it were like, but this isn't like 2-2 Craft. Like, we're not 2-2 Craft.
I'm not trying to be like 2-2 Craft.
But on 2-2 Craft we have this. Like, alright, 2-2 Craft is over there.
I think people assumed because I'd administrated 2-2 Craft that I was trying to recreate it on a new server, and it's like, well, no, I've started completely from scratch. I'm doing this my own way. This has nothing to do with 2-2 Craft whatsoever.
There would be people like, oh, 2-2 Craft has this, it's quite similar, and the response was,
it's
because
Minecraft.
He built it.
It's the same game. Yeah, it's like, people are like, this is in 2-2 Craft. Why is it on your server? And it's like, it's not. It might be similar style, but because I built that on 2-2 Craft, and now it's on here. Oh, it's just a server that we used to play. Let's like scrap that question now. The point is, I used to play on that server, and then.
But with PvP.
Is there a possibility to create a second world like the Quarry and PvP, claim the ability?
We've tried PvP server. When we originally launched the Tekkit server, it was a PvP full world. It ended up getting incredibly out of hand. We then tried like a roleplay system where any fighting we'd have, like this is where we got sheriffs, deputies, marshals, because they could hunt you down, they could try and kill you, they could try and arrest you, put you in prison. But it always goes too far, and it ends up. It's like the reason why some items are banned. It's always because someone's took it to a certain point, and we just have to completely stop it. So we didn't get rid of PvP entirely because it's having a mess about fight with your mate or defending your land or something like that. Yeah, we'd like PvP events. We're going to do fuck off. And we're going to do war tournaments. And we want to get the Power Grid map back for those who have played it. Everyone who's played it enjoyed it. We never had any complaints. Yeah. And we spent a lot of work on that, and we're hoping to actually launch that properly. A second world, I mean, there's the Quarry world, there'll be a donated Quarry world, there'll be maybe like a venture world.
The problem we have is that Multiverse doesn't work with the current version of Industrial Craft. It works, but Industrial Craft blocks lose their orientation. So it's not fully compatible. The point is it doesn't work properly. I'm not going to go mega into it, but
Mistcraft works, but
we can't use it as a main world.
Mistcraft's very
a bit temperamental. Can't really use it as a full-on world because there's always a chance it could go wrong, and then I don't want to like make people build their full worlds on or their full builds.
Second Quarry world. I mean, I would say probably any donator rank class. That's it.
I was thinking any donator rank could get there, but only the Tech Mage, both to sort of replace the vaults, could use the Quarry there.
yeah, vaults can't be added because multiverse doesn't work. So that's why we came up with the idea of
A better quarry.
normal quarry world and a better quarry world that'll be high density ores. So yeah, you could either go mining or just set up a quarry and you'll get more than other people because you're special.
Okay. Right. Any more questions live?
Possibly. We tried looking into ways to still have multiverse or have a system similar to it, but there literally is no way of using multiverse at this present time.
Not just multiverse. I've tried other plugins, multi-world. They all use sort of the same system because everyone just copied the original. Is it illegal to smoke glowstone? No. You go ahead and do that. That's fine.
I mean, if we can think of other donator perks, we'll add them to it. We're not just gonna sort of make. If we think of new donator perks, we won't just put them into a new donator rank. They'll always get filtered back.
Yeah, we're gonna be like boosting up the current donator ranks. We're not just gonna like say if you want these new perks, you have to get this new rank. It'll be like, well, if we think of something that isn't quite worthy of a new rank, we'll be like, well, we'll stick it in the other ones, make the old ranks a little bit better. We'll like boost them up a bit.
Things have to be removed because it's no longer viable in CTB, so we need to think of an equivalent. Like, ideally, everyone couldn't have had but people had the flying ring in the old server, but then the higher ones got the fly command, whereas now there's no fly ring, so you have to give everyone that. It's always nothing to working around it.
Yes. More questions? More questions? More questions? Give me questions.
Where are your kittens? I think they're in the next room or downstairs.
Kittens? I'd imagine they're probably sleeping at the minute. They've been running around earlier.
Well, I've played League of Legends with like Arachnid and Romeo a couple of times, but I used to play League of Legends all the time. Like, I have a couple of 3,000-4,000 games logged on that, but I don't play that anymore. Europe West, I've not really played it much in ages. I'm open to playing games with other people on the server, but at the moment a lot of the games I play are either single player, so FTL and XCOM, or Minecraft, and then I play like Borderlands 2 and Dead Island. It's just me and this I play. I don't usually open it to anyone else. I'm happy to play it with other people, but games like Borderlands are quite difficult because if you start playing it with a group of 3, then one person is not available, so the other 2 have to wait. Whereas if it's just us 2, and since we live together,
yeah, it's always been handy just living together because when we play games, it's not reliable playing with someone over the net because they can come up with excuses, whereas here it's like, I can physically see you are playing this game with me.
It's like Borderlands 1, I started it with a friend called Phil. We got decent length into it. Phil gave up. I then started playing it with Steve and someone else, got quite far into it. They gave up, or one of them gave up. I then started with 2 guys I played League of Legends with. One of them gave up, so then the other guy gives up. I played through Borderlands so many times and I only got to this certain point. And then as soon as I got, you think, did you buy it or did I buy it you? I think I bought it you in a
You
sale.
might have gifted it me.
Yeah, it's like £5 in the sale. And we loved it. We've powered through it pretty much.
Awesome game.
And then Borderlands 2 came out and we pre-ordered the shit out of that.
Yeah. That was a good game. Can't wait for the next update actually.
Yeah, they've got season passes, we've got a lot. Can you view the total hours played list for what? My League of Legends?
It's not up to date, is it?
The
For one,
first-
it was on Steam and then it wasn't.
Yeah, it originally came out on Steam. I bought like a digital collector's pack there. So my first, there's thousands of hours logged on Steam, but about 10% of my total playtime was on Steam, so that's barely logging any of it. And League of Legends used to show you your total games played, whereas now it just tells you either your wins or your losses, not total. So,
I just don't play well. I don't get it. I just don't find it fun at all.
all about gang fights.
But yeah, with
Minecraft server hours played. I don't think so.
no, there's no way to view the total hours played on the Minecraft server.
Yeah, League of Legends has gone the same way that a lot of competitive games go. Everybody becomes a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's in most games though. It's when you give people internet access. Anyway, let's not turn this into a full League of Legends match. It's just a do you think that Queen, don't know her name?
What? Do you think that the Queen?
Are you on about the
actual Queen?
No, she married the Prince dude recently, the younger one. The one who got in the paper because your partner's a nice ass.
This is being taped. Don't worry about that. You'll be able to rewatch this.
It's Prince William, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, Prince William and Kate, whatever her face was. I don't pay attention to famous people or the Queen.
Not really. Probably wouldn't say no, but
yeah. So that's that done.
solid 8 out of 10.
Solid 8 out of 10.
You rate women how many bags you place over their head before you do them. If they're really ugly, you want 2 bags in case one bag falls off.
Okay. So that only gives us a minus. Thanks.
Someone left. Ah. Do you guys watch a lot of series? What of our favourite shows? Battlestar Galactica.
Ah, yeah, Battlestar. Favourite show of all time.
Favourite shows that I watch: Big Bang Theory, Fringe, Battlestar Galactica. Been watching through all X-Files lately. Better Off Ted. Awesome. Scrubs. I've always liked Star Trek.
Pretty much the same. Same shows. So.
Stargate. I have most of the Stargate box sets. Red Dwarf. Red Dwarf's always good. We both own a fuck ton of DVDs.
Yeah, thousands, upon thousands.
Yeah.
Walking Dead. I do want to watch that. I haven't got around to it yet. I need to do that.
So I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I've watched lately. Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones. That's awesome. Not watched season 3. Don't ruin it.
You know what's going to happen now.
No, I mean I'll shut this down if someone starts mentioning Game of Thrones.
Someone gives a spoiler, your character gets deleted.
Swear to fucking God. Okay, so Jasper, Mouselot, Halfling.
Do you watch Walking Dead? It's
over.
over in the UK. Neither of us have watched it yet. We are going to watch it though. We plan on getting it. It's like with Game of Thrones season 3. I'm waiting for quite a few of them to be out because I can watch quite a few in a run. So, but Walking Dead, I definitely want to download them all and try and watch quite a few. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes, but like midway through a series, so that I don't really know much of what's going on before that. But it looks good. It's got zombies. X-Pac, let it go! Do you guys play FIFA? No, we like actual games.
Actual games. Yeah.
Right. FIFA is...
It's a good game.
If you like football, you like FIFA. I don't like football. I've never got into it. But the one thing that bugs me about FIFA is it's kind of like Call of Duty. You make one. What the hell is in the next one? Is the grass
They just update
sharper?
the graphics slightly.
I know you've changed the footballers' names. What they do from FIFA 10 to 11 to 12 to 13 could be done in DLC. It could be a patch. And that's what really winds me up. And the FIFA games are some of the most expensive console games out at the moment. They will charge £45, £50 and it is a DLC over the last game. FIFA Modern Warfare. I would buy that. I'm strapping a laser and attack nuke onto a football and I'm either getting the Xbox Infinite. Is that what it's being called?
No, I'm not getting it.
I
doubt it.
I've never been a PlayStation person. There you go. Wait.
I can find out this thing.
I can go one better. Aw, yeah. S3, S4.
1X. Oh yeah.
I got the S4 yesterday through work. They tried to not give me one. I took one anyway. I did want the white one, but because I had a white S3, I thought it'd be better to get something slightly different so it feels like a change. The unlock screen is awesome. You probably cannot see it. No.
Nah,
Too
you
bright.
can't see that.
Oh.
Just hover above it.
I work for a company called Virgin Media. It's the only big cable company in the UK, so I sell like cable, broadband, TV,
No, it's not.
and mobile phones, cell phones. So I get, like, the reason why we could host the internet here is because I got a discount on our broadband and... Yeah. So, like, he got his contract through me, he got it a bit cheaper, we got the broadband cheaper. It's the only reason he's my friend.
Yep. True story.
Well, we're both Xbox people, we always have been. So...
Yeah, I mean, I had the PS1, and then PS2, and then I got an Xbox, and then I got an Xbox 360, and I've never turned away from Xbox after that. But, I mean, I'll probably just wait for the Steam box.
The only one thing that I ever considered buying a PS3 for was before Final Fantasy 13 came out, but then they announced that it was also going to Xbox. Then it turned out to be one of the shittest games I've ever experienced in my life, and I say that as a massive Final Fantasy fan. So yeah, I don't like the PlayStation's pad. The Xbox pad I think is perfect.
It is so much
I've got the receiver to play wireless, use my pads on my PC. Nick's got wired pads, so he can use it on his PC. And as daft as it sounds, you can get most games on both consoles. So it's little things like the pad and things like that are the same. That are what you want. Anti-AFK conveyor belts legal. Yes, I'm kind of glad people do the conveyor belt things because they're better than the pool. LED TV or LCD, well, LEDs are always better than more expensive.
That's LED.
What computers do you use? Both our computers are custom built. We both have i5 processors. We've got the same one, but mine's the...
I use that computer. I don't know if you can see that.
We both got
Yeah,
i5
that's a computer,
processors. Nith's is the locked version, mine's the unlocked, but they both overclocked about the same amount. They're on, mine's on 4 GHz. What's yours?
I don't know. I think I've put mine to 4 as well.
Yeah. Boxons around. We both got the same graphics card, which is... We both have that graphics card. Nith's got my Razer keyboard, which he managed to fix. I have a Logitech keyboard. I've got a Roccat mouse. You've got a Logitech mouse. I've got the Logitech Z5500 speakers, which cost me about 250 quid. But they're surround sound 5.1. We both have dual monitors. Okay, first one, Kate Upton, have you done?
I don't know famous people's names.
First one has tits.
The first one has tits. Okay, first one.
What are we on, 50? The 50 to the 70 is a very, very small power increase for much, much more cost. So it's not worth it. If you are incredibly rich, go for it, but it doesn't really qualify. Don't have a favourite, you're both awesome. The first day we launched the FTB server and you both stood there and you
Exact same skin.
yeah, your same skins. I found that quite funny.
I was impressed.
And then you started like bending each other over, and then you'd been bodyguards at the door. It was funny.
I like funny people. Funny people are fun.
I like people who join the server and play as like a little group.
Yeah, I like people with personalities and like work together, that sort of thing. Any more questions on here? I'm going to reload this page again. No, that's not it. Oh god, I've moved the thing. There we go.
Have a question?
You have a question?
Is it about a cart by any chance?
Oh god, it better not be, I swear to fucking god.
Well,
I will blind you.
I don't really know what we can't see it's been broken, we can't see it's been stolen. Miss Nile or Halfling. enter Minecam.
Minecam. What do I do for a job? I do nothing for a job. Literally nothing. I don't work. I had a job. No, I don't. That's what happened.
If you could add anything to the server, what would they add? I would like a working multiverse.
Yeah, I would like working multiverse so we could have more worlds than we do. I mean, Mist Cram is alright. TP2. What am I looking at?
I would have to count out questions with Microsoft.
I don't know what's going to wait at spawn. Yeah, alright, I'm going to change the camera back.
Stacks, Pure, BD. Anybody have any more questions before we wrap this up so it's sort of decent?
Oh, wrong one. There we go.
File size to upload to porn tube. It's gonna get a bit different in a minute, guys. Oh god.
How did we meet? In school?
First year of primary school, we both liked talking about Pokemon.
Yes.
And then Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, Dragon Ball Z, we used to talk about that all the time.
No, we're not selling the kittens.
No, the kittens are ours. Try and steal my kittens, I'll like slit your throat.
Happy for more questions?
No, you can keep answering questions, but it's like, we'll keep going as long as you've got questions, but if you don't have any questions, then we might as well wrap up, so...
Questions.
Yes, questions. If you don't have any questions, don't start making up random crap. You've got legitimate questions.
It says favourite Pokemon? Dugtrio, because I went through the entire of Pokemon Red with the Dugtrio. Dugtrio used Dig, the other Pokemon has fainted, Dugtrio used Dig, the Elite Four is gone. I didn't use another Pokemon the entire game.
I think I used Blastoise all the way through.
Oh, I showed last time I did a live stream, I did showed them the Pokemon MMO.
Oh, saw the Pokemon MMO, did you? That was good. It's a good game.
Because we originally had like Fire Red and Leaf Green as well. We like playing those. The Pokemon games, even if you don't like Pokemon itself, are the perfect handheld console game. You can pick it up and you can play for 5 minutes, and then you can put it away, or you can play it for ages, play for like an hour. Whereas like Nintendo handhelds were always perfect for that. With like the PSP, I own a PSP. Is something you sit down and play like in bed or at home. A PSP had loading times and bigger, full games, whereas the DS and the Game Boys were just like switch it on, 5 minutes, you can switch it off again.
I think Fire Red and Leaf Green are my favourites.
Yeah. We didn't even get to like the new section after the Elite Four, we sort of stopped there, didn't we?
Yeah, I didn't like when they started adding more Pokemon after the 151.
Pokemon is 151.
Yeah, after 151 that's it, there's no more. The rest of them don't exist.
Magically you Splash, Yamcha has fainted.
Which hand hero did you play Pokemon on? Hand hero?
Handheld.
Oh.
We both had the...
Advance.
I've had most Game Boys, but yeah, we both played it a lot on the Advance. You got the SP then, didn't you, the flip one?
Yeah, I got an SP. I thought I was so cool with that at first. I was like, hey, watch this. Oh, yeah.
And then when we both went into the city centre, or the shopping centre was in Manchester one day, and we were looking in HMV, and they had on display the DS, and it was like brain training, and we fell in love with it, and we wanted one. We both wanted it, but at the time, like, I think you didn't get paid for like a couple of days, and I was like, I have the money, and I bought 2 of them, 2 copies of Dragon Ball Z, 2 copies of Professor Kawashi's Brain Training, and 2 copies of, there was another game.
Wasn't?
I'm sure we had 3 games. And we sat on the box, tore all the box open and sat there playing it. And a couple of days later we went on holiday. I think it was me, my girlfriend at the time, you and Kieran. And I was sat there in bed, and I was just sat there on the DS playing games with you.
Yeah, we were in different rooms, both playing games. Yeah. You girlfriend like murder you. Oh, that was the day, the next day it was like mega windy, wasn't it?
Did you like Dragon Ball Z?
Yes. Yes. Dragon Ball
Goku
Z
is
is
like
awesome.
perfect role model for everyone in life.
Yeah, my favourite cartoon character of all time, Goku. Kami!
Video. You'd send me. Make a younger kid watch Dragon Ball Z, and when it comes to a scene with the spirit bomb, I dare that child to not try and raise up his energy. We used to do YouTube videos, we're getting back into it. So yes, Nist's done a homo video, I've done a FTL video, I want to do XCOM in, can you paint your hair yellow? I used to have a red mohawk, that's about as good as it gets. Do you know who the Kardashians are? Parasites.
Kardashians?
They're famous for being famous. And I think
How can you be famous for being famous?
Paris Hilton.
Oh, that sort of person.
I know of them. That's about it. That's it. That's literally all they are. At some point, they probably sucked someone's cock and got like a bit of attention, and then it just sort of spiraled from there. Which of you has the best singing skills? None of us. No. People are sleeping.
People are sleeping. Be quiet.
None of us can sing. None of us.
I want to sing, but my girlfriend will probably come up and murder me.
Although when we're drunk, we do sing Weird Al Yankovic very well.
We do. Yeah. I'm being surrounded at spawn. You can see on the little video.
Any talents?
Let's get away from these freaks.
My talent is.
Can you see? Oh yeah, you can sort of bend his fingers slightly.
And then I can keep going.
Oh,
And
don't do it! I don't like it.
but yeah, without pushing it, I can just go.
Favorite music? Don't have favorite music.
I like quite a lot of music. Daft Punk, Deadmau5, Area 11, Blink 182. Shit, I've got loads of music on my computer. Like I think Sum 41, Metallica. God, I can't without looking at my computer.
Open door.
If none of you have heard the album, Area 11, All the Lights in the Sky is brilliant. How would you describe your childhood growing up? Depressing.
I kind of like my childhood. I like school. I kind of miss it.
Oh yeah, everything was fine when I went to secondary school, but yeah.
Metallica. Oh, I didn't know you before then.
Yeah, that's why my life was just a void.
They needed me to fill these cracks.
We both make the. We both have to make Oh god, I knew an amazing one. No, you can't use Google. But you gotta do. I can't. I used to know an amazing one. I can't remember.
I just broke the button. Go up, go up. Ah. Oh, you pressed the down button. God damn it. Does it ever rain on this server? No, it does not. What is this ring you speak of? I'm gonna go hide down here.
Roses are red, my mind is twisted. Bend over, baby, you're about to get fisted. Yeah, that's the one I've heard. That Mouse a lot's one. I love that one.
Roses are red, fans have a gun game the fan. That's amazing.
There's been loads, but I can't remember any of them.
Roses are red, grass is green, I want you in my bed, if you know what I mean. Right, has anyone got any questions? Any more questions, or are we done? Enough of promotion. How old are we both?
25?
Yeah, 25.
I'm...
Sometimes you get older.
Yeah, it's depending. How many months older am I?
4, 5?
You had February, March, April, May, June, July, September.
That's... No, how many?
Oh, yeah.
Wrong way.
October, November, December. Yeah, 4. I'm 4 months older. We're both 25. Did I hear 12? No, we're not all as old as the girls you like to date, J-Mac.
Expected me to be older. Jamie and Jason, that is correct. Jamie, Jason, yeah, Singion.
The worst thing is trying to write my name phonetically so people can read how it should be said. I don't know how to do that. Singion, because it's like Singion. It's not Singion, like UN. Singion? Singion. That's probably the closest.
Is that...
Singion.
Does that look right to you?
Singion. That's Gion. Where do we live? Well, at the moment we both live in Huddersfield,
Singion.
England. We're
Huddersfield.
both originally from Manchester.
Manchester, you got 20p.
They won't know what that is.
It's my 20p.
Exact address and postcode. Two things could happen: either free food, or someone's just shit in a box. Personally, I'm willing to take the risk. If I was to come to England, what would you recommend I see for a tourist attraction? Well, it's hard to see your own country as like a tourist attraction. There's probably all sorts all around the UK and England, but
just tone.
there's a lot of stuff in Manchester. There's like all the old Roman ruins and shit. People love looking at that, but when you live there, it's difficult. It's more because it's a different country than where you're used to. Everything's an attraction in a way, as daft as that sounds. Oh, not Blackpool. That's
Is it true that we eat snails? No.
France.
Who the fuck would eat snails?
France.
It's disgusting.
You do realise that there's more countries in the world. It's not just like America, world.
I don't know. Lots of Americans do think that it's just like America and then this third world place.
Well, it's that whole thing. They did a survey in America, and was it like 60 or 70% of Americans think England is in America?
I think we're the posh part of America. Completely different country.
When asked to point to the Middle East, I think most of them point to Russia. Something like that.
It's amazing.
But I'm not saying all Americans, it's just there are a lot of people who don't seem to know that other places are actually other places. It's strange.
Pass them the globe and they're like, yeah, this is a globe of America, I want a globe of the world.
I mean, when we realised that our server was quite big with American players, we genuinely thought we'd shut down because we didn't want to be anywhere near you, and to be frank, you're an insult to the senses. It's just, we thought we failed. What do pot noodles taste like? Well, my favourite flavours are chicken and mushroom and the Bombay Bad Boy. They're both awesome.
Right, summed it up well. Noodles with pot in it.
I was talking to one of my friends earlier who's staying in California at the moment. He did some IT work for some people, and they paid him with LSD. That's incredible. Only in America. Only in America. It's an app I must have on my phone.
What apps I've got on here? I've got one to connect to the server. I've got one for I've got Google Goggles. That's sort of interesting.
I haven't really any apps because I've just got this phone. I haven't installed anything.
WhatsApp, that's handy.
Yeah, WhatsApp's awesome. Skype.
Speed test. You have to take your internet wherever you are.
Oh, if you're an Android phone, Audio Manager. Has nothing to do with audio.
MX Player.
Pro-Amp Music Player. And Swift Key Keyboard.
Astro File Manager.
Audio Manager, basically you have to enter a pin and you can hide things in there and no one else can access it. But if someone clicks on it, it looks like an Audio Manager. You can adjust the volume and shit. It's clever.
GBA Emulator. Play emulated.
Oh yeah, I've got on
games.
my Android tablet, which also works on my phone, I've got Game Boy Emulator, Mega Drive Emulator, SNES Emulator, PlayStation Emulator. Does it accept port? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Final question.
Yeah, one last question, and then.
And by that we mean, well, the final good question. We're not just going to accept the first crap that comes around.
Yeah, it's got to be a good question. Crap questions will be ignored. Just one more question. Oh, called a bit fast.
Do we despise America? No, I don't despise America. A lot of my family are American. I have plenty of American relatives. It's just, and it's hard to say without. When you say things like this, Americans think you hate America, but it's not true.
Just a large percentage.
America thinks the world sees America differently than the world actually sees America. I can't really go into detail. But oh, my life is gone. Yeah. You're watching too. You should.
They're now just watching all the laser beams.
Remember the situation X-Bax would just type 2 women into PornTube or whatever website's called. I'm sure you'll get over it in no time. I want to play some FTL soon. Who are your favourite YouTubers? I watch a lot of the Yogscast, but my favourite is Sips.
I don't really watch much YouTube. I think, actually, favourite YouTuber. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers.
Sips he's the perfect sort of YouTuber, I would say, because he's perfect at just talking and saying crap. He also likes a lot of games I like. He's Evil Land, I really enjoyed watching his video series on that, his SimCity series. He's just started one on Game Developer Tycoon, and I really want to buy it just on that. I did enjoy Rithy and Zoe, but their stories started getting quite sort of really cheesy acting. But their series 1 I did enjoy. But then it's like, oh, the Ender Bane, it hurts my heart.
Recently, what I've been watching is...
I love their Vault series.
Vaults?
Yeah, the war between Sipsco and Honeydew and Ridge Dog.
I watch the D News channel a lot recently. They just sort of they have 2 videos every single day, and it's just like random interesting stuff. What's his name? I always watch videos on.
Oh god.
I can't remember his name now. It's not his. He doesn't have a channel or anything. He's just in a lot of videos. Nah.
It's just far away. See, I can't reach.
No, Force isn't working.
A zombie walks in, first thing right is your weapon, tell me. Oh, it's my phone channel right here. Well, there's nothing on your right. The first thing on my right is Nicholas, so I would beat him with Nicholas's face.
Sort of like when we went to the cinema today, just shake me up a bit and throw me.
Oh, there's my 30-meter HDMI cable coiled up right next to me. Just...
Yeah, so, do you guys go to the bar to pick up chicks? I have a girlfriend, so no.
Well, that's what we tell them. Yeah, we both live with our girlfriends downstairs. His girlfriend is literally just underneath us, and mine's
Just be sort of in that direction, asleep.
basically there's 3 floors in this house. Both our bedrooms are on the floor below, and this floor should be bedrooms, but because we don't use them, we've just put all our computers in here.
Salo's joined right at the very end of everything.
Salo will put the video up soon for you to watch.
Yeah, it should be uploaded as soon as I press close. It should just sort of instantly be playable.
They're in bed separately.
It's a shame.
Now he apparently bought this for the cats.
Yeah, I bought this for the cats to play with.
It's more for his own enjoyment. What are the names of your girlfriends? Jeff and Fred.
Yeah.
Jay might go fast and quarry spitting stuff.
Right.
Kittens. They're probably downstairs sleeping. It's a lot of effort.
I'm not waking up kittens just for your guys' entertainment. I'm sure you'll see them in future videos, or you can watch, like, I think Surgeon Sim or something. They've got it in.
My cat is gonna like my dog.
No, cats never like dogs. Cats don't like anyone. They pretend to like you because you feed them. That's about it.
Well, that's the one thing. The difference between a dog and a cat is like the dog's too stupid to leave you, whereas the cat stays because it wants to be there. Cats do not need you in any way. Oh, common myth. If a cat brings you an animal, like a bird or a mouse, it's not a present. It's actually an insult. The cat is trying to tell you that you're a shit hunter and it's trying to teach you. That is true.
Right. I think everyone's out of good questions now, and I think you're just going to start asking random shite. So, no offense guys, but I think I'm going to end it here.
And now for the fun part of the video. Oh yeah. This crowd put a name to the but last I must depart. I must go, my people need me. Away! I got music for that. Soft jazz.
Right guys, I'm going to head off. Have fun.
I will be on the server shortly. I may play FTL.